Hey everybody, I'm Vyseri. I am a graphic designer, artist, and Magic the Gathering judge, and I'm here today to talk to you about the deck of many things I designed. So first of all, let's take a look at the box. Here's the box. It's got a nice gloss finish. You can probably see how reflective it is, even just on the camera. The first thing you're probably noticing is that it's really, really big. These are way bigger than normal cards. So here is the deck of many things, and if you compare it to my favorite thing, a Magic the Gathering card, they're about 2.2 times the size, so they are quite a bit bigger. I intentionally designed them this way because I wanted them to have a big impact when you brought them to the table. It also makes it super clear what somebody has drawn the instant they draw it, and because they're so huge, you can actually see them at a distance even on camera, which is kind of nice. This is the card back. I've just used a nice generic looking dragon here. Kind of got a bit of a tattoo design. The deck itself is 22 cards, and one of the major things, challenges of the project, or one of my goals, was that I wanted it to be a trichromatic color scheme. So you'll notice that it's red, yellow, and black only. So this carries through almost the entire deck with the exception of 2 cards. You may have seen it earlier. One card is lacking in red, and even bleeding into the border you'll see this black. This is the card that kills your character. I really wanted to have this dark and foreboding feel, so the second you draw it you're like, something's gone wrong, this is not good, I should not have drawn this card, this is really bad. And as the DM, you laugh at this player and say, haha, why did you draw 5 cards in a deck of many things, you friggin' stupid? And they'll be like, yeah, I'm friggin' stupid. Anyway, so the other card that breaks out of the trichromatic color scheme is this card, the Moon. It is still technically trichromatic, but it doesn't have black. It's not the same tricolor scheme as the rest of the deck. So, this one grants 1d4 wishes. It's the card that you want to get if you're playing D&D. So there's that. I have actually run a couple of campaigns with the deck of many things. When my players learn that it is an item, they get really hype and they want it in their campaign, so I usually write some kind of side quest for them to get it. I had one of my players get the knight, and the second the knight came out of the deck, he looked me, the DM, straight in the eye, and he asked the knight, he was like, what is your life story? And I looked back, and as the knight, I'm like, well, I guess we're going to have to talk about that, aren't we? And then as the DM, I was like, and the session is over until next time. Because I hadn't planned for that. And it was really cool. He was friends with that knight for like a year. The other player I had that acquired the deck of many things found a way, I think I had included a custom card, and he found a way to generate more decks of many things, and so he got on the God of Fortune's bad side. So that's the deck of many things. I enjoy it as an item because I like it when the reins are taken away from me and go somewhere crazy. In the deck also included, so the deck itself is 22 cards, but I've actually included 24 cards because it doesn't cost me extra. That's how much the print run is. So I've included a blank card. If you want to put your own cool thing in, you totally can. And I've included a sort of Cliff's Notes rules card. This is a quick reference, so if you have the effects mostly memorized, you can just glance at this. But it is not extensive. You should definitely use what's in the rule book because these are the Cliff's Notes. The other product I'm going to talk about is the Deck of Illusions, which was done in the same style. A lot of people who liked my Deck of Many Things really wanted me to do a Deck of Illusions, so I decided to do that because I like drawing, and I like people, and I like making things. So this is what the box looks like. Master your illusions. I got somebody to look over this copy text before I sent this to print, and he said, Toby, you realize you've used the word powerful like 4 times in this paragraph that's probably 60 words long. You can't just keep saying powerful. And I was like, you're right, thank you for looking at that for me. I'm a potato. So here's the back of the deck. Here's the front of the deck. This deck, you notice, is a lot thicker. This is 40 cards. And it's also useful for both 3.5 and 5th edition. You'll also notice that while the Deck of Many Things had a gloss coating, this deck, well, the box still is glossy. This deck itself has a matte coating. I like the matte better. I was experimenting when I picked up the gloss, but I don't like it. So my next print run with Deck of Many Things is not going to be glossy. Now you might be noticing that there are little symbols in the bottom. That's because cards that are exclusive to a certain version, I just want to double check my notes here, cards that are exclusive to 3.5 in Pathfinder have this little diamond in the bottom here. It's pretty subtle, so it shouldn't really detract if you're just using the deck. So if we cut to another place, you'll see that this just doesn't have anything there. And if you're using the deck for 5th edition, the 5th edition exclusive cards are here. So you'll take these cards out for 3.5 in Pathfinder, and you'll take the other ones out for 5th edition. How am I gonna know which diamond and what to star me? Well, it comes with an instruction book. This is not a book, this is a piece of paper. It comes with an instruction paper. I tuck this in with every order. On the back, it's just a giant piece of art because, you know, double-sided printing is not much more expensive. But anyway, so this tells you what should be in your deck. Also, I've modified the names a little bit because I really wanted in the same style as Deck Many Things, I really wanted the names to be these striking one-word kind of things. This is 2 words. I really wanted them to be these striking one or 2 words to really just capture the concept, and that's it, because I wanted the text to be really big and bold, and I didn't want to get too bogged down. So in 3.5 in Pathfinder, the Knight card, for instance, says human, male, fighter, and 4 guards. I didn't want to write that, so I just wrote Knight. In 5th edition, the rule set refers to that card as Knight and 4 guards. That's also on the piece of paper. Because the artwork on these was much more detailed, or at least much more specific, to differentiate between what a knight and a barbarian looks like is a lot more challenging than to differentiate between what 3 cups and the sun looks like. So I opted for this tattoo style so that the concepts would come across a lot better. For certain specific cards like this Cloud Giant, the actual designs in here, I've sort of tried to use more cloudy shapes. For the Fire Giant, if it comes up, I've used more flamey looking shapes. For the Lich, I think they look like little bones. So I tried to make each card kind of unique. There are multiple copies of certain cards, as you just saw there are 2 goblins. The entire deck composition is on my website, so you'll know exactly what you're getting. Speaking of my website, I'm including a link down below that just links to my website page that tells you about the process, more in depth of what I did. In addition to that, there's also a link to the Etsy page where you can buy either of these items if they intrigued you at all during this video. Other than that, if you have any comments for me or anything interested you or any questions, please feel free to let me know. I'm always really excited to talk to people. So thank you for watching.